click up there.
The shed is our connection.
That's what it's called.
So here is something that had happened at a gig I played one time.
Yep.
We use Wi-Fi to control our monitor mixes for our ears when we're hearing.
Yep.
Okay.
And so that Wi-Fi network is public, right?
No, it's private password.
But anybody can see it.
Correct.
So what happened to our at our show is people kept getting out their phones and trying to connect. Oh, there's Wi-Fi here, and we're trying to get, and they were clicking on it, and it just overloaded it and it froze up. And so I'm guessing that's what's happening tonight.
Yeah.
Everybody here is like pulling your phone out.
Like,
ooh, look, there's
we got
Wi-Fi.
a shed Wi-Fi.
Okay. Okay.
That could be it.
Yeah. So it has a cat plug-in. What if you went wired?
Well,
let's try that.
We got
Can't hurt,
plug.
right?
I got a short one here. I got a longer one.
Are they hearing me talk about
there? Yep, we're live right now for the moment.
So you can hear us troubleshooting.
Yeah, so that's a great point. Do you want to grab the longer one? Or
yeah.
Fourth down and 6. Chase back to pass to Hunter Hillman. Caught. Touchdown, Saints.
Wow.
That's 2 touchdown receptions for Hunter Hillman tonight. Another beautiful pass. Another great catch from Hunter Hillman. If I sound like a broken record, I apologize, but we'll take it. Let's keep doing that. Just absolutely beautiful. Man, that's a great touch pass, a great catch. Has to go up, leave his feet, brings it down for the Saints touchdown and make it 19-0 Saints here with just 30 seconds left in the first half. Connor King on, no correction. We're going for 2, ladies and gentlemen. We are going for 2. 2-point conversion attempt. Jace under center. Going to pass back to Joe Clevenger, and it's caught for the good 2-point conversion. That makes it 21-0 Saints. Squeeze out a Clevenger for the 2-point conversion.
So with this internet connection going in and out, I apologize. Man, oh man, this is no fun for us. I'm sure it's not any fun for those out there watching. Jeff Anderson, thank you. It helps to hear people say, oh, by the way, we're back. That's very, very helpful so that we know what's going on here. We have 30 seconds left in the first half. The score right now, 21-0 Saints. We're going to try some different things. Travis's experience here in the band and the gig world, the traveling musician world, says, hey, you know, your solid internet connection might be getting interrupted by the crowd out there trying to tap into it. So we happen to have a wire. We've got a wire strung across the floor now, and my, oh, my. Like, if this is the answer, then fantastic. This is wonderful. Until Coach trips over it on his way out here.
Yeah, we are going to have to be careful with that. In fact, I may grab that and move that at halftime here. But quick recap, we've got touchdown runs from Christian Michaels, and then 2 touchdown receptions from Jay Sweesow to Hunter Hillman. Great first half here for the Saints. I'm sorry you missed it due to technical difficulties, but it's been a great start for Saint Ansgar here. Defense has played wonderfully. We've controlled the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. The lines have played really well, and a great balance of run and pass on offense.
Do you know what we do have? Not your average Joe.
What do we have?
We've got replays.
We have replays. So we will spend halftime going over a couple of those, showing you those in case you missed them in and out. Again, we apologize for our technical difficulties. We're going to get this thing figured out. Obviously, every time it crashes, you got to restart. So you'll just have to do that on your end to refresh and rejoin us. We appreciate your patience.
And hopefully it's easy on your side. Just go click back to the home page. It should show a new live feed. We're going to piece these together as one solid video and repost it later. But for now, this live video is 24.6 seconds away from halftime.
Yep, ball about 30-yard line. First down for North Union. They're going to hand it off, run it up the middle. That's that H-back position, that number 8. Caden Lobbs gets nearly 10 yards on the play. I think they're going to call him just short of the first down. But the clock's going to run.
I'm going to go back and play that touchdown play. Unfortunately, while this was happening, I was running a cable over to our little wireless modem, so I didn't get the camera on it. But you can see the aftermath there. It looked a lot like that first touchdown catch to him. So if you caught that one, I'll play that one here at the half too. So.
And with that, we are at the half. 21-0 Saints. At the end of a first half that was dominated by your Saint Ansgar Saints on both sides of the football.
And here's that 2-point conversion play.
Catch there by Joe Clevenger.
Yep.
Matt Foster looking for a replay of touchdown number 3. That's the one where he kind of Hunter Hill.
Yeah, we just
Hunter
tried
Hill
to
just
show
went
that
off
one.
screen. Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Would you get the 2-point conversion? With 3 of us up here and just 3 of us trying to do everything, it's you know what? It's a little bit of a challenge. We should have known. One of you said that earlier. We should have known how well things went with the setup, in spite of the fact that we didn't really have the normal situation here. We felt pretty good. Maybe we shouldn't have been so dang confident, eh, fellas?
That's right.
But now we've got a wire. We did get a wire into our router, which was is really built as what do you call it?
Well, basically what we got is a little Wi-Fi thing here that we were getting a Wi-Fi signal to our computer, but what we think was happening was all the people in the stands on their phones pulling out the Wi-Fi and going, oh, look, there's a network I can get on. And it was kind of overloading our signal there. So hopefully that was the case, and hopefully we got it smoothed out. We got a wire running to it now. So
it would be great to get this second half without any interruptions, wouldn't it?
I've got some stats for you guys if you got a minute.
I've definitely got a minute. I'd love to hear your stats.
All right, let's do that. Since we missed a few of them in there anyway, let's get through a few of the highlights here. Jay Schwiesau, 101 yards passing in the first half with 2 touchdowns. On the receiving end of those, who do you think, if I told you one guy's got 95 of those 101 yards, who would that guy
Number
be?
42, perhaps?
That would be number 42.
In the first half?
Right. Hunter Hillman has 95 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns in the first half.
Out of 101.
Out of 101. Reagan Witt has the other 6 on a short pass reception there.
So, you know, we talked about our trivia questions. We should probably give the answer now, right?
We probably should.
We probably should.
We should absolutely should. So, prior to last week, and maybe again this week, the last receiver for your Saints to have 100 yards in one game. We'll bring up that trivia question. So prior to last week, where Dylan Brum was Randy Moss-like, I saw on Instagram this week, with his 133 yards.
2 touchdowns, 130 yards, yeah.
That was a thing of beauty. So prior to last week, the last time this happened for the Saints, it was a trick question because it really wasn't that long ago. 2019, Travis?
Correct. That's what I found.
2019. And Travis did the legwork here for us on this trivia question. Who was Brian Cole? Big part of that team. So he had 100 yards receiving in 2019 in the state semifinals.
You know who was before him?
No. I'm interested. I figured you would know.
So you got to go way back to 2010, and Cody Marsh had 180-some yards against Garner.
Cody Marsh in 2010. So that's Hunter Hillman's mark tonight. We're shooting for 180. He's coming for Cody Marsh.
I don't think that's the record. I want to say Pitson has the record.
Yep. So that was a really good guess. Somebody guessed that, right? Yep.
I think Jeff Anderson guessed that one.
Yep.
That was a good guess.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, that was a good guess because that was, what, 100 and, what'd you say, 180 something?
187 was what
That's
Cody Marsh had, and he was 3rd all time. I think there was 2 more ahead of him.
That was 3rd all time. Okay.
Yeah.
You have to remember there was a time in Saint Ansgar football where we would throw the ball on every play and score a touchdown every other play, right?
Yep.
For a period of about 2.5 years. So back in the 90s.
Way back in the 90s. That's in the
1900s.
1900s. So back in the 1900s?
Yes, back in the 1900s. There was a couple of guys who probably had a bunch of receiving yards way back.
Let's jump to one of those big plays that Hillman
All right.
racked up some of those 95 yards.
So this one's not a touchdown, but wide open in the flat, rumbles down to the 30-yard line or so.
Oh, I thought we were going to another one there. Sorry about that.
So a few more stats for you. Rushing-wise, Corbin Michaels, 1 carry, 31 yards. Jay Schwiesau, 4 carries, 11 yards. Connor King, 6 carries, 20 yards. Dylan Brum had 4 carries for 16. Christian Michaels, 5 carries for 36. And Reagan Witt, 4 carries for 18. So if you leave the quarterback out, we have 5 backs that all have at least 16 yards rushing.
Wow. So
it's been a team effort tonight for the Saints running the ball.
That's go back. So who is leading? Who's leading in rushing?
Christian Michaels has 36.
Okay.
Yep, and Corbin, little brother Corbin, was right behind him at 31.
Those Michaels boys are stout.
Yep, so something just over 100 yards rushing for the Saints, spread out amongst 5 backs.
So here's what could have been I think there was a controversial play at the time. They had some discussion about it. It was a ball. North Union was running it. And then right there.
This is where the ball comes out right at the end of the play.
It doesn't come out. I think is that Connor King right there, 27?
27, yeah.
He just takes the ball away from him. Bloop. There, he's got it.
But the North Union player does still have his hand on it. Am I right? Or maybe between. That's why. That's why everybody was pointing the other direction.
That's what they ruled, yeah.
Yep, absolutely. And they ruled he had control when his knee was down.
But there, I mean, Connor clearly has it there.
Just abducted the football.
And rolls him out, yeah. So a break that the Saints didn't get, but in the grand scope of things, a break they didn't really need. Up 21-0 at the half still.
Yep.
You bet. And you gotta wonder, what does North Union, what do they plan to do? What adjustments can they make when they know, based on last week, that you got a guy in Dylan Brum that can catch that long pass and go, and then suddenly in comes the number 42, and he's just eating
him
the
up.
yards
Yep,
today.
absolutely. And has opened up that run game. And again, credit to our offensive line making those holes up front. But there's no doubt in my mind that that defense changes a bit because they've got to protect against those long passes. They're seeing that, and so they can't put 11 guys in the box to try to stop the run. I'm getting a couple of texts that perhaps our answer to our trivia question didn't come through for some reason on the broadcast.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, really?
Some people are still asking, what was the answer? The answer is, in 2019, Ryan Cole had over 100 yards receiving.
Correct, yes.
Perfect.
Is just my mic not loud enough? Can you all hear me?
It's
I can hear
cut
you.
out. I got
did it cut out?
So maybe the stream glitched. Who knows with all the
Could be the
technical
connection thing
difficulties we've
again,
had.
but
Yeah.
So far, we're good. We got 156 eyeballs. Or
Jeff Anderson heard it. He's got
Jeff
it right
heard
there.
it that way.
And Noah Michaels, he even guessed the game too in one of the previous streams.
Really?
I believe Noah Michaels guessed the correct game.
I love it.
Okay, yep, I got that too from Alyssa. We didn't hear the answer.
Uh-oh. So we got her now, though, right? We're good.
We hopefully do. I mean, Jeff Anderson, we got a guess. I threw that up on the screen. That is a correct answer, Jeff. Ryan Cole, 2019.
To give you a little bit of statistical information that shows you how well our defense is playing tonight, North Union has less than 50 yards of offense total in the first half of this football game.
Do you know what they got last week? I don't know if you have that in your handy little sheet in your hand, what their yards were.
It was over 300. I know because the one back had 225 and they had 50 yards of passing. So I know they had 275 yards just between those two. I do not have their total offense in front of me. I'll try to stall while Mr. Sparrow finds that in
that's
tiny
a lot of small
writing.
text.
It's a really
That's
small,
a lot of small text.
on his sheet.
Yeah.
You know, this, guys, just talk quickly about some of this pregame stuff we were going to do before our technical difficulties started raining down upon us. You know, this is a trap game for the Saints, and obviously it hasn't played out that way, but big rivalry game last week with the win over Osage. Next week they have number 1 West Hancock coming into our place for a top 5 matchup. It would have been easy to overlook this one and come in ill-prepared.
Yes.
Again, Coach Clevenger and his staff weren't going to let that happen, and obviously we came out foot on the gas and have played a fantastic first half of football. Long way to go. Got to keep our foot on the gas and finish this thing, but a great start for the Saints, who will receive the second half kick.
Reminds me a little bit of last year when we were looking at this game and feeling like, you know what, like we got 2 good teams. It's going to be a tough game. We came here to Armstrong last year, and not too different than what we're seeing tonight as far as pretty much all Saints.
Yep, absolutely. Good start for the Saints. I mentioned your Saints come in this week ranked number 5 in the Iowa AP poll. Coach's worst nightmare is an early season ranking, so he's not going to like to hear that. But, you know, I think well-earned. I honestly do. I think I heard Coach Clevenger say in an interview at the end of the game last week, you know, I don't think we're very good yet, but we will be. And I think that number 5 ranking is exactly that. It is we have the potential to be very, very good, and we just have to clean some things up. And I think some of what we've seen tonight is those efforts that our coaching staff made to clean a couple of those things up. Players made some adjustments in execution. We clearly saw some things on film with Hunter Hillman in 42. I saw those things this week watching as well, and it was it looked to me like that was going to be a focus tonight, and it sure has been. And boy, what a fun thing to watch.
You know, and to your point, Joe, you said Clevenger said we're not a great team yet, but we could be. You know, I covered this team a couple years working for the newspaper, and there was years where after the first game of the season, I'd ask Clev, how's our team look this year? And he said, we're not great yet, but we could be.
We could be.
So,
yep.
And that year, I asked him that. Well, we went to the Dome, so.
Amen. Yeah.
Hey guys,
I'm pretty
about
sure
four,
that's his. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, no, go ahead, finish.
I was
up
just
there.
going to say that's pretty sure that's just kind of his boilerplate. Every year he probably says
You're
that.
telling
you
me
know?
that might be a little coach speak early in the year?
Yeah.
I get it.
With about 4 minutes left in halftime, let's go ahead and we got some announcements that I'd like to kick out there. We got some advertisers that paid to be here, help pay for us to be here. So we appreciate those of you who advertised. But I got a couple slides I want to share with you. One, a huge thank you to FSB, Farmer State Bank, and Grain Millers. Due to the incredible generosity of Farmer State Bank and Grain Millers, the Saint Ansgar Saints are able to attend all home games and meets completely free of charge. And that's a really big deal. That's a huge thing that they did, especially with the increased gate fee to get into these games. It went up from $5 last year to $8 this year. So thank you, Farmer State Bank. Thank you, Grain Millers, for your contribution to Saints athletics. It's just such a great place to live, work, and play. Thank you for your piece in that. Also, the Saints TV is actually offering free press. So obviously tonight hasn't gone the way we wanted it to, but still in the description of every one of these streams, there is a link to businesses. If you're a business in Mitchell County that serves the residents of Saint Ansgar, we want to give you some free press. This QR code, actually, just scan this. It'll take you to 5 quick questions. Answer these questions, and we'll get your business listed in the description of each of these streams. Fall Fest is Saturday, September 9th in Saint Ansgar. That's a week from tomorrow. You don't need a calendar in front of you. I can tell you that. That's in 8 days. Vendors, sales. Milkhouse Candles is having their outlet. They haven't done that for a long time. So check the Enterprise Journal for details on that. There's going to be a lot going on in Saint Ansgar. Saturday, September 9th. Be there. And by the way, there may be some of you at home right now who didn't want to make the hour-and-a-half trek over here to Armstrong, who wanted to watch our choppy stream instead. Thank you for being here. But if you feel compelled to donate to the Saint Ansgar Booster Club, which, by the way, puts the funds back into Saints athletics, obviously, like I said, the seats to come to this game are $8 a piece. We're delivering this stream for free, and we intend to do so for a very, very long time. So please, please, please contribute if you are willing and able. Thank you for being here on the stream tonight. And now I'll get the camera back out on the field as the players are preparing.
Yep. Looks like the Saints are coming back on the field here. We'll be ready to go in about 4 minutes to kick off here in the second half. With all the confusion in the first half and technical difficulties, lost track of number 34, their guy with 224 yards last week and 42 carries. I didn't see a lot of him in the end of the second quarter, so that's something we'll watch here in the start of the third quarter to see if he is on the field, and they are just not focused on him right now. They're going to try to do something different, or if he is not out there. I'm looking for him now as they warm up. But anyway, something to keep an eye on. I noticed that he did not get the ball in the second quarter there, so we'll keep an eye on that one.
I think I just learned something we can do. I think we can go back here and watch some of the end of that quarter. So this is not live, folks. What you're watching
Sure,
is
this is a replay.
just
So
a replay towards the end of the.
Okay. Get a replay up here.
Yep, that's that penalty that called back that long reception by Hillman, right? He'd have 140 yards receiving if it wasn't for this one.
I
Is
think
that
so.
right?
That's correct.
Is that what we're watching here? This is
with. I think so.
Again, this is not live. We don't have the clock in the corner. The clock in the corner should be an indicator that we are live.
Yep. Here's that. I think this is that penalty. Or no.
The penalty happened on the right side of the field, right?
That was a couple plays before this, I believe. So this is right. I think this is leading up to touchdown number 3. So we got about 2 minutes left of halftime until we get started again. So we're just kind of going back and trying to show you some plays that happened before our stream dropped out. In case you've been in and out of a couple
Yeah, there
different
might be a
streams
couple in
tonight,
here that you missed. Yeah. It has turned into a beautiful evening in Armstrong.
It has turned
I'll tell
into
you
a
what,
beautiful evening.
it is. The breeze feels pretty good. It's got to be in the mid-70s. It turned into a pretty nice night. You know, we haven't seen the heat-related issues that we saw last week on the field. It was hot today. Might have been as hot or maybe even hotter at kickoff than it was last week. But I tell you what, you can really see the difference in that there was no cumulative heat impact where the kids had to practice in 95-degree heat 3 days in a row leading up to the game and then try to play through it. I think you saw this week with the lower temperatures leading up to the game that guys are in a lot better shape in terms of hydration headed into the game time. We haven't, knock on wood, we haven't seen a single cramp injury. All of those guys are back from last week. That was one of the things we were going to talk about in the pregame as well, is just, you know, all those guys, those were heat-related issues, and they were all back tonight. And boy, it's been fun to see all of them on the field together.
All right, as we prepare to come back, take a quick break here, and we'll be back with second half kickoff.
This live stream brought to you free of charge thanks to generous donations from the Food Center, Gorders Repair, Saint Ansgar Automotive, Home Sweet Home.
All right, welcome back to Armstrong for the second half, where the Saints will receive to start quarter number 3. It's like Tyke Remster and Corbin Michaels, perhaps. Can you guys see that far? I believe that's Corbin, right? I see a number 2 over there.
I see a 10 and I see a 2. You got that?
A 10 and a 2. Corbin Michaels, Tyke Remster back to receive the kick. St. Ansgar's had some big kickers over the years. 71 could be a kicker for us. 225-pound kicker. We like those guys.
Yes, we do. Our stream seems healthier. I don't want to jinx anything, but
no.
Travis, your tip might have been good. So,
thank you guys for sticking with us. Let's get a continuous second half here where we keep the stream going, and maybe we'll get that clock running here in a little bit. Bollinger to kick it off. Remster and Michaels back to receive.
it sure looked like they were prepping for an onside kick
Sure
there.
did. It's Michaels. Returns it through the middle to the 40, to the 50.
Oh, Michaels.
40, 30, 20, 10, touchdown Saints! Corbin Michaels with the kickoff
Wow.
return for a touchdown to start the second half.
It was another one of those plays that just felt so much like, I think the blocking just looks like it's exactly where it needs to be.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. Well blocked, and obviously Corbin Michaels, you get him going in the right direction, headed downhill, and there aren't many guys who are going to catch him either. Fantastic start to the second half. 27-0 Saints. Connor King will be on to try the extra point to make it 28-0 with just a few seconds gone in the in the third quarter. Jason to hold. I believe Reagan Witt is the snapper here. Reagan snap. It's good. Hold is good. Kick is up, and it is good. 28-0 Saints. One play into the second half. It's a Corbin Michaels 80-yard kickoff return for a touchdown to make it 28-0 Saints. As you get a little replay of that, you can see he cuts it up.
Oh, what a
right
juke
there. Just absolutely phenomenal. And then he's off to the races. Yep. Those guys were not going to catch him.
Let's go back and look at that juke for a second. Oh, there we go.
Watch this one here, folks. This is fun, right? This move right here, you can't teach. You just got to know it. You just got to feel that.
Oh,
Feel
let's back
that
that up
seam.
and watch that again.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
And there he goes.
And there he
He
goes.
is off.
Look how fast he's going.
Gurdette and Priester back to field the Saints kick. It'll be Connor King kicking off.
Watching from Maryland,
I love it.
Lewis Amundsen.
I think we had one across the pond last week.
Ethan Dane, Let's Go Saints from California.
Love it.
Keely Schweisaw at the Nyack volleyball match.
Go Kennedy. She's playing for Nyack now. Looks like she's had a great start to the season there.
Thanks for tuning in, Keely. We appreciate you being here. We know that you've got a busy sports family, so we're glad that we're able to bring the game to you. Pretty cool that you can do both things at one time.
Absolutely. Connor King's kick takes it back to the 15-yard line. Priester's return up the middle. He breaks a tackle.
He is.
And then another. And he is finally swung
that might
down
be,
there by Tyson Klein. But I'm afraid we're going to get a potential face mask, maybe.
it looked like it might be.
Felt like we grabbed a helmet there. Is that what you saw?
Yeah, yep,
Yeah.
that's what we got.
That's what we got. So we're going to add 15 to a pretty nice return. Sets up North Union across midfield into Saints territory.
Right,
Oh, wild start.
Right there's the
There's
face
another look.
mask
Yeah.
grab.
Just
yeah.
grabs him by the helmet, face mask. He's got all of it pretty much. I'm not sure who that was, but
Wild start to the first half here, guys. We got a touchdown for the Saints, and then
should have been on the camera.
more offensive yardage than they gained in one return and a penalty tacked on, and all of a sudden it's
It's been a special teams half here.
yeah, it sure has. It sure has. So let's see what the Saints do here on defense to start the second half. 34 is in the game, but a handoff goes to Gurdette, turns it outside, gain of 6. Again, that's what North Union's looking to do on first down, is get a big chunk of yardage, make it second and manageable. Gurdette has been their guy out of the back. Excuse me, Lobbs. Number 8 is Lobbs. He has been their guy in the last few plays. Seem to be keying on him. Now a pass. Now he brings it back down. The ball is tipped by Joe Clevenger at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. Good play by Joe to get his hands up. That'll bring up third down. Third and a short 5. Good play. Good defensive play by the linebacker, Joe Clevenger there. Sniffed that play out, got his hands up, knocked the ball down.
That was a great defensive play. Looked like maybe a design pass with maybe a quarterback.
Yep.
Option
Quarterback
to run
keeper
it.
here. Same thing. Running up the middle, nothing doing. We do have a flag on the play. We have not had one of those on North Union tonight. I think there's been 5 or 6 on your Saints. Let's see what
I
this
think
one
North Union had that pass interference.
Ah,
interference.
they
Yep.
did. The obvious one. But here we're going to get another defensive holding. Is that what face mask?
Looked like a face mask.
I got you. Yay. Okay. It is a face mask penalty. I was a little confused there because he called both. Then he changed his mind. It was a 15-yard walk-off. So 30 yards worth of face mask penalties here on this drive for the Saints. It brings up first down and 20 for North Union. Or excuse me, first down and 10 from the 20 for North Union. Hagedorn pitches it out to Lobbs. He's got a running room. Great tackle by Jay Schweisaw. Brings him down after a gain of 6 or 7. But without a pretty good tackle there, that might have been 6.
They're starting to find some soft spots out on the edge there.
Yep.
North Union is.
Yep, for sure. You can tell they have decided that running up the middle is not going to work, so we're going to try to get the ball outside. Those quick passes, the quick pitch there, a shovel pass.
Matt Sherman tuning in, guys. Thanks, Matt, for tuning in. It's been a while since we've seen Matt on the Saints field.
Absolutely.
Although,
he might
I
have been
think
a
Bad snap.
bad snap. Madden does a great job of getting it, but the Saints see it coming and come pouring into the backfield.
We got a penalty down
yet
there.
another penalty.
you have there on that one?
I'm afraid
Not a late hit.
unsportsmanlike conduct on your Saints.
Man, the Saints defense.
I think here's the
Gonna have to clean that one up. The coach is not gonna like to see that one.
No.
here's that penalty. I think 77 right there at the end.
Just comes in too late
Just
after he's on the ground.
Yeah.
A little too much energy, a little too much excitement out of Cheesy. Got to bring that one back a little bit. He'll learn from that.
right
We'll clean it
there.
up. We will clean it up. Big penalty, obviously. I think that might be close to 40 yards of penalty now. Because that one, I don't think we've quite got the full 15.
Doing a lot of work for him on this drive. Our
Correct.
defenses.
Yep. So let's see if we can keep him out of the end zone.
There's
Now I think we may get our second North Union. There it is. There's a 5-yard
right.
penalty on North Union.
a false start on that one.
False start. Gonna back him up 5 yards, make it 2nd down and 6. 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Like last week, the third quarter is off to a slow start.
Well,
Yeah, third quarter's been tough for us here as our only into our second game and not even halfway through this third quarter.
The wind is howling through this booth. Apologize if you're getting any wind noise there through the mics. We're doing our best to keep that down. Lobs with the carry. Connor King meets him behind the line of scrimmage. Reagan Witt, Connor King in on the tackle. Drops him for a loss on the play to make it 3rd down and 10. So, North Union, 4-down territory here for them as well, obviously. They're going to go back to pass, looking for a receiver over the middle. He's not there. Brings the ball down, tries to get out of the pocket. He does, gets a good block, gets the edge, throws it back over the middle where it's caught at about the 10-yard line. Pretty good scramble, good play. Just that's a tip your hat. Lyman stayed home, did their job, and that's a 1st down for North Union. That'll be 1st and goal from about the 8-yard line.
Yeah, he looked dead to rights back there for
Sure
a
did.
massive loss. Managed to find his way out of it, and kudos for making a play that got positive yards and eventually a 1st down.
Yeah, absolutely. That was
The sticks are interestingly up.
yeah. It is 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. There go the sticks.
There we go.
Was going to show that replay. but
Madden's in the shotgun
it's
here.
like a 30-second play.
Shovel pass out
Yes,
to
it is.
Lobs, breaks a tackle, but can't get
Oh.
by the second guy, or he's knocked down right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Looks like he even lost a yard on the play. Maybe 2. They're back to the 10-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line. Reagan Witt in on the tackle. Upends him at about the 10-yard line. So let's see if the Saints can help us forget about those 3 penalties here and keep them out of the end zone. 8 minutes left to go in the third quarter. 2nd down play here. I assume, again, North Union's going to try to get the ball outside. Looks like maybe they'll get to this near side of the field. Timeout. Timeout. North Union. Quarterback didn't like what he saw. The clock was expiring. Thought better of it. Called a timeout. They'll talk it over and try again.
And we will be back right after this.
This live stream brought to you free of charge thanks to generous donations from the Food Center, Gorders Repair, Saint Ansgar Automotive, Home Sweet Home. This live stream brought to you free of charge thanks to generous donations.
At K2 Agronomy, we embrace a holistic approach to crop production, focusing on soil, seed, and plant health. K2 Agronomy, helping our customers to achieve the maximum return on their investment.
All right, welcome back to Armstrong. Here, 7 minutes, 45 seconds left in the third quarter. 2nd and 10 for North Union. 2nd and goal for North Union from the 10-yard line. Madden's in the shotgun, drops back to pass. Chased by 3 Saints, pursued well there. Reagan Witt's right on him. but he throws a touchdown pass right into the corner of the end zone. Caught, like, that's Gurdette on the touchdown reception there.
It's really another well-executed play.
For sure.
By North Union in that case. Obviously, the receiver, with time, found his way open in the corner. It all comes with the blocking up front to keep the quarterback from getting sacked. Great play.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, they drew that one up really well. The receiver was open in the corner of the end zone, and the quarterback did a nice job of putting it right on him for 6. Kickers in for the extra point, and it is good. That makes it 28-7 Saints. 7:38 left in the third quarter. And really a penalty-fueled or penalty-aided drive there for North Union, but they made plays when they needed to. You know, they were backed up there, second down and 15 or second down 20, whatever that was. Got a nice first down pass over the middle, and then that touchdown pass was beautifully done. So tip your hat. Pretty tough to pass to stop those 2 plays. What you've got to do is not give up the 45 yards of penalty yards to put them in that position.
Exactly. You can't discredit North Union, the Warriors, for the way they got the yards.
You bet.
Obviously, it was the Saints that gave those yards to them, but they made the most of it. They found themselves into a touchdown and extra point to make it 28-7, Saints lead.
Yep.
I think the Saints, they got to find a way to keep that quarterback in the pocket, because it seems every time he scrambles out, he's able to keep his eyes up downfield and find a guy after he's been scrambling around there back for a little bit. So.
Yep. You know, and he's a junior. This is his first year with any significant time at that position. He's impressed me. He's done really well, especially here on that drive. Like you said, he seems to be comfortable getting out of the pocket and making plays with his feet. So the Saints will try to replicate what they did last time. Corbin Michaels back out there for the kickoff return. Let's see if he can house another one. I believe that's Tyke Remster in the middle of the field, and Corbin on the top as you view it. A little squib kick here. Checks up short, but Corbin fields it anyway at about the 30-yard line. Returns it up the middle. He's still on his feet, but brought down at about the 40-yard line. So the Saints will start there, 1st and 10. Put a long sustained drive together here, gentlemen, I think is probably what the coaches have ordered up. Let's see if we can execute. Assume we'll see a heavy dose of running here, which probably means they're going to come out and throw it on first down. Because we haven't got much right yet tonight, so let's see if we're wrong there too. Chivisau under center, puts Michaels in motion. He does hand it off, and he is loose. Reagan Witt is gone. 10-5, touchdown Saints.
Boy, Reagan Witt. You know, I didn't see the number on that jersey, but Reagan Witt runs only like Reagan Witt.
100%. Like, I'm not going to get this one wrong. That's Reagan Witt. I tell you what, he saw that hole, he got through that hole, and he was gone.
He was gone. Just it's going to be a straight shot, head back, go kind of a situation.
Yep. Remember I said a nice long sustained drive there, right? Yeah. That's what I had in mind was a one-play, 60-yard
If Reagan was listening, he probably heard you say a long run in this drive.
That's what he heard. Exactly right. Looks like we've got Colton Winia on for the extra point. Freshman Colton Winia knocks it through for the extra point to make it 35-7 Saints.
And so Colton Winia's varsity stat, this is just from my gut. I believe I've got his stats memorized. 1 play, 1 point, Colton Winia, varsity.
I love it.
Attaboy, Colton.
I love it. Good to see it. Good
Great
to see
kick.
Yeah, and he's going to be a name you're going to hear a lot on this broadcast over the next 4 years. So good to see him get a chance there to put one through. Saints lead 35-7. It's been a play or a half of explosive plays here in the second half, guys. And I tell you what, that line, again, I know, and Reagan would be the first to tell you, right, that, hey, that touchdown is all on the seas that opened up ahead of me, and I just had to run through a hole.
Yeah. I don't think
usually he's the guy making the hole.
Yeah,
he didn't need to do that.
He is the guy making the hole. And Reagan's not a guy who's going to juke you out. He's gonna knock you over. It's gonna be a nice straight run.
Speaking of not juking out, I don't think he's like he got the ball and just ran in a straight line. Didn't make a cut hardly.
There it is.
Did anybody touch him?
I don't think so.
I'm not sure anybody even touched him.
Let's back it up. Maybe right there he got touched.
You might have got a hand on it, but and like I said, so good for the fullback, right? Whose job it literally is to be the battering ram on 90% of our plays, to get that ball and spring it for a 60-plus yard touchdown. Fun to see. Fun to see.
And the way we've broken some of those big passing plays open, like that really helps that inside run game because you got to defend harder on the outside, and so those holes start to open up for you.
For sure.
Man, look at the replay to see where the defense was on that. They were spread out, and it was going to be there was a lot of guys that just didn't even have a chance to get that runner.
Connor King kicks it off. It is fielded by North Union at about the 10. Another great kick for Connor. They bring it back to about the 21-yard line. I believe that's Lobs on the return.
It's like Hunter Hillman.
Correction. Priester on the return.
Hunter Hillman on the tackle.
Hunter Hillman in on the tackle. You know, we haven't talked a lot about that, but Connor's kickoffs are a big difference in this game. Last week is same thing, where he's kicking that ball to the 15 or the 10-yard line. It's a big deal to have to start at the 20 or 25 instead of the 35 or 40.
Now let's keep the defense, keep the yellow flags in the pockets of the referees here.
I agree. That's Hagedorn. So we go back to Hagedorn for the first time in a while. He falls ahead for 2, maybe 3 yards. Slow to get up. I don't know if that's frustration or if he's hurting a bit. But
hats off to you, Duke. Dewey Rhodes is loving the instant replay. Thanks, Dewey, for being here and bearing with us tonight in the night of some interesting technical difficulties.
I think the wire's working, knock on wood.
I think the wire's working.
I think so too.
We're living, we're learning. The goal is to make it a little better every time. We'll start it off a little rocky, but I tell you what we learned tonight we'll utilize.
Hagedorn around the end has room. Nice gain, 10, 12 yards for him out to the 40-yard line. Good blocking there. They sealed that left edge, and Hagedorn sniffed it out, got around the outside. So that's 1st and 10 Warriors at the 41-yard line.
Good blocking, tough running.
Yep, for sure. And for a guy who hasn't had a lot of open spaces tonight, I'm sure he enjoyed seeing that big hole around the left end. So North Union's got something going offensively here. QB keeper here, nothing doing. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, going to lose a yard. Looks like Chase Nedved, Hunter Hillman, and one other who I missed in on the tackle.
A host of Saints, I think that's the term.
A host of Saints. There you go.
The technical term.
I like it. Defensive lines play well tonight. That was a key and will be a key, obviously, next week and going throughout the season here. So good to see a good performance out of those guys tonight. Hand off to Hagedorn up the middle.
And a
strip. Connor King strips and recovers the fumble. That's all Connor. He stands him up. I can't wait to see the replay. Yanks the ball out of his hands and jumps on it. Just really, really heads up play to say, that ball's going to hang there. I think I'll just go ahead and take that, sir.
And here's that replay. You're right. He stands him up. He's there. He just muscles that ball out.
He's just that
Rip
strong.
and strip, baby.
Yep, just that strong. Gets that ball out of there and smart enough to heads up play, jump on it. Get the ball. That brings up 1st down Saints at their North Union 35-yard line.
You know, we showed at halftime, we showed that play where he had taken the ball away and they didn't give it to him.
He made sure he got that one.
Got with that time.
That's right. And as a reward, he gets the handoff there on 1st down. Gains 7 on 1st down. Again, straight ahead running, well blocked, tough yards. In high school football, you get to a 35-point lead, and the clock does not stop, except for in a few situations like scores and penalties. So, Saints can score here. We'll get the second half clock running here. 35-7 Saints. Chase back to pass. Passed out to Hillman, I believe.
What a great catch by Hillman. Strong hands.
Yep,
the defense was there, and his hand was on that ball trying to knock it out, and Hillman brings it in anyway.
Yep. Great play. Again, Hunter's hands. I tell you what, he's really done a nice job of just bringing those tough. And that was a contested throw.
It was.
And he's right there bringing it in for a Saints 1st down. Chase has been very accurate passing for the most part tonight, and Hunter Hillman's made him look really good as well. It's fun to see.
He's over the century mark now, right?
Yeah, he's got to be. Handoff up the middle. Again, nice Nice push by the offensive line. I didn't get a number on that one. Did you guys get it? Was that Reagan?
I didn't.
I believe it's Reagan Witt on the carry.
Joe, we asked your trivia question next week that we asked this week. I have a feeling we're going to see the right answer a lot quicker.
I think we might.
If indeed
as well.
Hunter Hillman is, and I think he is over the century.
I believe he is as well. I think that would have done it. We'll get some official stats here at the quarter break. Handoff again up the middle. Just going to grind it out here. Saints are going to eat a little clock. It brings up 3rd and short. 3rd and less than 1 here. At about the 15-yard line. Think we'll get tricky here, guys, or are we gonna line up and hand it to 41 and let him push ahead for a first down?
I think number 5 just keeps it. Nope.
It is a handoff to Reagan. He gets that yard that was
41, huh?
Maybe.
Isn't that what you call
I believe I did. I think I might have. I've seen that play before in that situation. Saints football over the last 20 years. But
I
the
thought
QB
maybe Jace
keeper
would just
is the
find the
next
crease
play.
and go.
You are
Yep.
right. That is
Yep.
the next play there. So, first down Saints at the 10-yard line. Be first and goal here. Saints lead 35-7. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. 4 receivers set here. Put Michaels in motion and hand it off to 41 up the middle.
These guys got me fooled every time.
Yeah, I saw him keep it that time. Reagan Witt with 3, maybe 4 on a first down run. I'll tell you what, it won't be long, and Jace is going to keep one of those and fool me. If he'd have kept it there, that might have been 6.
You don't have to do it very often when
No.
you're scoring touchdowns on that for that to be effective. But
Correct.
But you're right. It takes a lot of work preparing for that play by handing it off a lot.
Oh, Michael's back in motion again. I believe Jace did keep it that time. He sure did. Goes up the middle for 4 or 5 more. It's close to a first down. The Saints can get a first down here. It is short. Be about 3rd and 3, looks like. Looks like they get a first down inside the 1-yard line.
I think that's all we got.
Oh, is it? Okay.
In on stop.
So they're not moving too far. So
This field's a lot farther away than our field is.
The Saints cannot get a first down here. It is 3rd and goal. That
Should've
stick
brought a
up
different
right
lens, I
there
guess.
kind of has me thrown off.
that's right.
But they cannot get a first down here. So 2 plays, need a touchdown here. Handoff up the middle. Looks like Reagan Witt again, I believe. Gains a couple.
and I love how
Take
we're
it
spreading this out.
Inside the 1-yard line, 4th down and goal. Inside the 1. This play might look familiar, gentlemen.
There's a good chance. Now, we had some issues seeing the goal line here. It looks like we can pick the goal line out. The goal line here is orange.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure
Not
what
sure
the
that's
reason is for
standard
that.
either.
But, I don't know that we've seen that anywhere else. Sometimes hard to
A
pick
little
up on
early
camera.
movement. We got a flag on the play. Looks like we're going to get a false start. Penalty on the Saints. That'll back them up to the 5-yard line. Make it 4th and goal from the 5. So now we got to change the play call, Coach. And I think we've effectively got that done. Here we go. It is 4th down and goal from the 5.5-yard line. 1 minute to go in the third quarter.
Oh, you found it. You got it. You got the zoomed. Okay. Well,
Reese out under center, out of the wishbone, drops back to pass.
let Hillman go up and get a
that's gotta be
penalty.
penalty, yeah.
Absolutely. And I don't know who is that. Carson Sparrow over there? I believe. Is that number 8?
That went up for the pass?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was Hillman.
No, Hillman was on this side.
It's the other tall
I
kid.
believe that might have been Carson. Who?
All right.
Same thing. Defenders out of position. Go through him. Get yourself the penalty flag, and we'll get a 1st and goal Saints
Well, let's
from the
check the
1-yard
replay.
line.
I'm sure you're looking at the matchup on that. Obviously, it looks like, we can't zoom on the replay, but it looks like we got Hillman here on the left, which would put Sparrow on the right. Let the
Yep.
tall kid jump up and get that thing.
Defender
Great
just
play
gets,
call.
Just
The
gets too
defender
much
did
of
not
him.
let him
Yep.
jump up and get
The
the
defender
so
did
Just got a
everything
piece
he
of it.
could to prevent that.
He was
from
in pretty good position. He just got
I
a
think he
little
did
too
have
much
his
of him.
head turned towards the ball. So
happening. And that one
Jace
is
keeps. Up the middle, touchdown, Saints. Chuisao with the keeper for a touchdown to make it 41-7 Saints. 48 seconds left to go in the third quarter here in Armstrong.
And we get another look at old number 6 here.
Here comes Colton Winian. Can he go 2 for 2 for the career stats here? Sparrow's going to keep these in his head.
Saints freshman Colton Winian for the second play of his varsity career.
Kick is up, and it is good.
Look at those kicks, Coach Joe.
That was pretty well done.
Man.
Yeah, that's fun to see. Yeah, he got a good leg. Got a real good leg, and I don't think he knew he was a kicker until day one of practice this year. When
was it
they
day
said,
one? I heard
hey,
maybe it was more recent.
It was
than
even
that.
more recent than that
Yeah.
when they said, "Hey, why don't you try to kick?" And my inside info to practice says he hasn't missed one yet. So.
Well, I mean, even that kick had quite some zip on it. It's
It
not
does.
like he's just
It
floating it up
absolutely
there.
does. And this kid's a freshman. We get to watch that for some years. This will be fun to watch that develop.
42-7 Saints. That extra point's big because now when the clock starts here on this drive, it will not stop except for scores, penalties, timeouts, and injuries, I believe.
That sounds accurate.
I think other than that, we will have a running clock here as long as the lead remains 35 points.
And if it does, it will be a quick fourth quarter.
That is for sure. So the Saints defense looks to make that stop and keep that clock running here. Connor King will do the kicking. So I'm just thinking here, do we have touchdowns scored by different players in every case, right? Reagan's got one. Jace has one. Corbin Michaels has one. Christian Michaels has one.
I think Hillman has 2, though.
No, Hillman has 2. Hillman's our one repeat. You are correct. So, fun night of Saints football. See them spread the ball around. Everybody's contributing.
I just want to make sure I wasn't taking it from you.
Okay. King
So
kicks it
5?
off. Gets by. That's a live ball. Returner jumps on it there at the 15-yard line. Returns it to about the 19 where he's tackled by a host of Saints.
I think Chuisao was in first on that one.
I saw the number 5, and then I didn't see who cleaned up along with him. Was it
41, Reagan Witt was at the bottom of the pile as well, I believe. So it'll be first down North Union from their own 20-yard line. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. This will be the last play of the third quarter.
And the wind is picking up here a little bit, so if you hear some wind noise, we apologize.
Hand off to Hagedorn, up the middle. Gains about a yard. Tackled there. Corbin Michaels in on the play. Brother Christian was there with him. So we head to the fourth quarter with your Saints leading 42-7 over North Union.
We'll be back with some third quarter or stats of all kinds, probably, right after this message.
Are you a farmer or an agricultural producer looking for comprehensive risk management? Look no further than Beeland Ag Risk Services. Our experienced team of professionals understands the challenges facing the farming industry and can help you navigate the complex world of crop insurance. With our personalized approach, we can help you find coverage that meets your unique needs and budget. At Beeland Ag Risk Services, we know that unpredictable weather and other factors can impact your crops and livelihood. That's why we offer a range of policies, including revenue protection, yield protection, and more, to help ensure that you're protected when the unexpected happens. So whether you're a small family farm or a large agribusiness, trust Beeland Ag Risk Services to help you protect your crops and your future. Contact us today to learn more. Beeland Ag Risk Services, your partner in crop insurance.
Saint Ansgar.
This live stream brought to you free of charge.
Welcome back to Armstrong, where the Saints lead 42-7. Start of the fourth quarter. Madden in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Quick pass out here to the wide side of the field. Complete there to Gurdett. Gains 6 on the play. That'll make it 3rd down and 3. That's good. They've kind of lived by that short pass. You know, their North Union's most productive plays when they get that quarterback out of the pocket. Wonder if we won't see that here.
Yeah, it seems effective. They got guys
Shovel
out in the
pass
open
to
there.
Hagedorn, breaks one tackle, but can't get by the next one. Hunter Hillman brings him down. They're right at the 30-yard line.
Enough for 1st down.
1st down, Warriors. Oh. So the clock continues to run with a 35-point differential here. North Union's got something going here. That drive started with 3 nice plays. Madden in the shotgun, quick pass again out to the flat. That's lobs, I believe. 7-yard, 8-yard gain on 1st down, exactly what they needed to do. Their quick strike offense here, keeping those short pass plays, gaining 6 or 7 yards. Gonna give him 8 there, 2nd and 2. Well executed pass play there. The Saints will clean that up here. Gonna have to. Those passes are tough to defend. There looks like we're in position. Just well done.
Yeah, by the time the receiver gets that ball, it seems like there's a little bit of room around him.
Yep. Some different looks here in the 4th quarter. It looks like too. Has us a little off balance. Really great play there. I believe that's Corbin Michaels. Was in there to chase him around the pocket, and then Christian, I think, made the stop officially for the sack. So the 2 Michaels brothers again wreaking havoc in the backfield on QB Madden.
We are quite a ways away from the action here, and I heard the battle cry after that one. That was.
That was a timely blitz called by the coaching staff there. Well executed by our guys. Makes it 3rd and 7. Madden back to pass. Gonna keep it. That's a QB draw play, drawn up, I would guess. Smartly gets the 1st down and slides down rather than take that hit. Smart play.
Very smart
junior Grady Madden. That'll be a 1st down for North Union.
And for the Saints, you just can't give up the big play. So, I mean, obviously those little screen passes, they're going to be open. They know it. But the clock is ticking. We're ahead by 35 points. We give up the big play. That's when, some miracle could happen where they score a bunch of touchdowns on us that we never expected. Gain the momentum to do something.
Yep, exactly.
But we'll give them those smaller plays and keep that clock going.
Back to the ground. Run it with Hagedorn up the middle. Gains 3, maybe 4 yards. Tackled there. Looks like Michael's in on the stop again. Second down 7 for North Union. Again, we got a running clock, 35-point differential here, so the clock will run. Ball at about midfield for North Union. Put a man in motion, pitch it to him. Runs around the end, breaks a tackle, and then another. It's finally brought down by Tyson Klein and Connor King. But not before. He has enough yards for a 1st down. That's Preston Gurdett there on the pitch. Oh, we lost some lights here in North Union. The light right above where we're broadcasting is out. You can probably tell in the field by the shadows. That's going to cause a bit of a delay.
You telling me you can't play in the dark?
I think they stopped the clock for that one. We have a running clock, but I don't believe
this doesn't count.
that this counts. I think this might be one of those things they have to stop the clock for.
Looks like the stadium lights down around the 20-yard line on the home field side have gone out. Can you peek your head around the corner, Joe? Can you see, are they out on the other side?
They are not. It appears like all the other lights are on. It is just this one down, like you said, on the home side of the field here by the 20-yard line. I don't see anybody leaned up against the switch or anything like that, so I don't think it's just an accident.
But you know, the lighting is actually brilliant here in the camera. I mean, it looks like that we might be preparing for some sort of dance party or something.
It does. You know, we get that started. Anybody? I don't know.
Joe's
People are going to be
Look,
tuned
the student section has
Hey, there
they
we
have
go.
provided the entertainment. They knew that the three of us could not tap dance any longer, and the student section has provided the entertainment for the night. It is a whiteout
good
tonight.
stuff.
I did not wear my white shirt, so I apologize, student section. I will follow dress code next week. You just let me know what it is.
I got my white undies on.
Yeah, that counts.
Does that
That
count?
absolutely counts. That might be more information than our listeners wanted there, Scoop, but we appreciate you.
Well, you know, he is responsible
I
for
told
giving
you.
us the scoop.
That's true.
Respect the honest scoop.
I guess you're right. I told you we couldn't tap dance.
Well, we've got a comfortable enough lead. I think they'll stay white for the remainder of the night as long as we keep
With that, I'm going to move to something a little less entertaining. We'll be right back after this.
As a family-owned business since 1922, we have a good feel for what it takes to be a strong and growing member of the local economy. Our hope is that our customers and employees have a warm and welcoming experience each and every time. We strive to communicate a clear vision and plan for individuals, our company, and our community's success. We work to ensure that the quality of all of our people, our products, and our services stand the test of time. If you would be a good fit for our company in a mechanical or managerial position, we would love to hear from you. Benefits include competitive pay, 401k, health, dental, and life insurance, flexible spending accounts, vacation, and holiday pay. Because we believe it's more than just a place to work. It's a place to call home.
So at LR Falk, our goal is to provide the stable foundation for our employees, their families, our customers, and our communities to thrive. Try our best to do that every day. Throughout the history of our company, one thing that really sets us apart is we still are a family-owned business. LR Falk was the company and still is the company. Part of the reason he started getting into the mining industry was he was hauling cat tractors and saw an opportunity where here's some big equipment. I think he saw that gravel and limestone was going to be a huge commodity. I think one thing that probably LR had to his advantage was the way he treated people, the hard work that it was. You weren't going to get people to do that unless they trusted you. And I don't think he ever wavered from his core values, his own, which I think were the same as ours. His family came first, honesty and quality, and do it with flair, but also knowing that he needed to keep growing and keep learning. LR and Dave, were hard workers, obviously good businessmen, treated their employees well.
You've got to produce a good product and be honest how you treat your customers, and I guess that's the kind of the main thing.
Things that I try and do is just like them, different than them, but the same ideas, to be financially strong. We need to have that foundation for things to happen. And I think that's really what I'm so proud of, is that we have stood the test of time through a lot of different things, a lot of different innovations. Keeping the equipment modern, even just trying new innovations in the crushing world. Ag Line, that's a place where we probably have one of our biggest partnerships between the ag community and ourselves to provide a quality product and also haul it and spread it. LR Falk Construction Company creates products that everybody uses in their everyday life, whether they know it or not. Whether it's a road, a basement, a sandbox. We want to be hands-on owner-operators. And I think that's important for the employees too, is there's not an employee here that, that I wouldn't do their job if I could. Partnerships might be the biggest word, because our employees, it's a partnership. Our customers, it's a partnership. Our communities, we feel, is a partnership. The dealers, the salespeople, the mechanics that come on site, it's a partnership, and we're working together to keep this going. You have to be thinking 2 weeks, 2 years, 20 years down the road, because I don't think that LR Fall Construction has ever just said, hey, we're good enough. We're still running the business the way LR wanted us to run it. Quality, products, and service can't take a back seat. For 100 years, we've been there for who needs us.
The more reasons people have to come to our community, the better. So we don't like to see those empty storefronts. We're trying to help each other out. People will come in and, oh, I'm so hungry, where can I eat? Well, hey, you know what? We have great places to eat here in town. We're not going to send them out of town. We have great places right here. What else can I do here? And we're telling everything that's available in our town. They're not our competition. They're our friends. We want them to experience our town. What we can do is offer them an experience that they're not going to get on the internet. So come.
And now I'm not. Now I'm not.
Out there, add me a solo, okay? And then, Joe, I probably won't hear you.
All right, we back. We're back in Armstrong, where we've lost another light, unfortunately. So we have two lights out.
Oh, there's a lot of windows. Yeah, what do we got? Is it on me?
Yes, it is.
That's the one I want, folks. I want that camera. Nope, I think it's on me. I don't get the fan cam here, or switcheroo.
While we try to tap dance, we're going to try some new technology.
Travis, you seeing what I see, or
the whole world sees your face?
Your face and only your face.
There we go.
There we go.
And now your thumb. There you go.
Oh, better. Okay. So there's a fan cam. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Probably a little windy out here.
I can hear you.
This is what's going on. That light right there is out.
That light is out.
And now that light
the light
is out.
show over there stopped. There we go. There was a light show on the Saint stands over there. A lot of the crowd has begun to leave, but we're on the home crowd side. And now that second light is out.
The officials are still on the field, like they're intending to find a way to finish this thing.
So apparently we aren't the only ones having technical difficulties tonight.
Correct. It's been one of those nights, and the lights decided they'd had enough also.
We said we'd show a picture of our booth. Let's just go do that.
Give it a
tour. Tonight.
It's like MTV Cribs.
It kind of is. Like this is we don't have a table here in this corner, but we did have open windows. That's why we chose this booth. Take a look at that. This is where Joe says, "I forgot to bring a towel to wash the windows so that we could actually see the game." It's a nice vantage point of what the game looks like without a window on the right versus the window we're looking for. In real life, I'm not sure it's that bad. I think the lights that are shining in our face and the lights that aren't shining to our left and right, maybe they're having.
Well, that's not good either. So.
And the windows just not. But I tell you what, the press box here in Armstrong is actually quite nice. Everybody gets their own space. Not a bad spot to be. Oh, there it is. There's not your average Joe right there. All right, I'm going to sign out of this. I can't figure it out.
And the wind is picking up.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Because, yeah, it's all getting a ton of wind noise for everything.
All right.
Got so players playing catch on the sidelines, trying to stay warm.
Yep. Everybody's trying to stay
looks like
loose
you
here.
signed
Like
out.
I said, the light situation got worse, not better. There are now 2 of 4 lights out, so we are down to 50% of the lights by my Saint Ansgar math. Shout out. So let's do a couple stats while we wait to see what will either be the conclusion or, I don't know, suspension perhaps of this game or early finish. I'm not sure how this works at this point. I guess we'll all learn together. So a couple of stats through this point in the game. Jay Schwiesow, 7 of 12, 105 yards passing with 2 touchdowns. Receiving, leading receiving, we had this debate. Hunter Hillman is unofficially 1 yard short of 100 at 99 yards receiving. Good news. We have 3 lights back on. We have 3 of 4, so one of those lights has returned, and light number 4 appears to be warming up slowly.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I think it's coming on. I think it is
They're
coming
warming
on.
up. I tried to get a shot of it, but it's just a windowsill. So.
Yep, and light 4 is coming on as well. In fact, the referees
they're
are not messing around.
They're going.
They have on the
around.
clock, and we are playing football again.
As soon as the light came on this left side, they line these guys up. They're like, you
it's
know
not
what?
even like on all the way yet. There's like a
Grady back to pass, intended for Gurdett over the middle, overthrows him just a bit, incomplete. That brings up 2nd and 10 for North Union. So a little reset here. 7 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. The Saints lead 42-7, running clock. North Union is driving the ball across midfield here.
There's a game clock right there. We're going to try and get that game clock here as a picture-in-picture, so give me just a moment.
Madden takes the snap, hands it to Hagedorn, who runs it up the middle, goes left.
good 5-yard run.
Met
for them.
there by Carson Sparrow and Corbin Michaels. And at the bottom of the pile, Tiger Emster. Those 3 in on the tackle after a gain of about 4 for Hagedorn. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
That was when you got to be careful, Joe, because having that long break, that can really upset the momentum. If they get a quick strike here, that could really change the way this game's played out.
Yep, exactly. Let's keep limit them to those short passes, those short plays. The Saints will take that at this point. Good defensive work anyway. Reagan Witt back and gets the sack.
Great play by Reagan.
Comes from his middle linebacker spot right up the middle. Makes a great tackle as Madden tries to roll out and get away from him. Reagan Witt sacks him for a loss of 7 on the play.
Great play by Reagan, who after last week we weren't really sure what his situation was.
Yeah, that was scary.
Kinda scary.
Honestly, he got up a little wobbly. I think it turned out to be mostly heat related, but I know it was cleared to play here middle of the week. That was great to see. Good to see him out there tonight. He has had a whale of a football game, offensively and defensively. He's nearly at 100 yards rushing and has made a couple fantastic plays defensively. They're going to let the putt bounce. Corbin lets it bounce. Takes a nice bounce for North Union down inside the 5-yard line where it's down just inside the 5-yard line.
That was a good punt.
Start there. Yep. Good punt there.
Yeah, were we going over some stats, Joe, before they kind of...
We were, and and then we started the game very quickly.
Yes.
It was abrupt.
So the other stat I want to point out for your Saints here, and we're going to add to these right now, I have a feeling, but Christian Michaels has 5 carries for 36 yards. Reagan Witt, 10 carries, 97 yards. Of course, the big one, the 60-yarder for the touchdown in there as well. So we have 6 guys who have a combined 225 yards of rushing tonight.
Wow.
Talk about balanced rushing attack. There you go. We've got 100 yards passing, 7 completions for 100 yards there and 225 yards on the ground. That's going to be a good night for the Saints when we can do that. And I think that's the kind of balance that this team has this year. That's going to make them very successful. Obviously, we can start to look ahead to next week with Saints have the ball and the clock running here with 5 minutes to go in the game. I mentioned the Saints are ranked number 5 this week in the AP poll. The West Hancock Eagles, who they play next week at home, are ranked number 1. So that'll be a fantastic football game. Should be a great one. Always a hard-hitting, physical game when these two teams get together. So next week's going to be a whole lot of fun. And it was great to see the Saints step up tonight and do what they did here tonight. So we aren't over yet, but it looks like we got a few substitutions in. Joe Clevenger's in at quarterback. He hands it off to a new running back, I believe, in the game. I think that's Tyson Klein. It sure is Tyson Klein with the carry. Gain of about 3, maybe 4.
As you're reading those stats, Joe, I think you said Christian Michaels has 36 yards. Is that right?
That's correct.
And he's had 36 yards since what, the end of the first quarter?
I believe that's correct.
And to your point, they're spreading it out a little bit. It's not like we don't need to run this guy. Let's go ahead and save him. Let's keep him fresh. Let's get him ready for next week. We got plenty of guys. Let's spread it out. Let's see what we can do. I love it. I love the approach.
Yep. Joe Clevenger in under center, hands it to Tyson Klein again. Runs over that left side of that line, who's done a fantastic job tonight of making holes for our running backs. Gains 3 or 4 more, make it 3rd and 2.
And the clock continues to run. 4 minutes left in this game.
Most importantly, the clock continues to run. The lights are back on and appear to be staying with us. That's also a victory.
Whatever affected our internet seems to have infected the lights in this place.
No doubt. No doubt. You guys help me out. Who else is in the backfield there?
Well,
got a 30, and who's the other one? Yeah, that ball's handed off to Tyson Klein. Straight ahead running for a first down, Saint Ansgar.
Great to see Joe Clevenger in there, quarterback.
Yeah, I went to the JV game on Monday. He played really, really well as the Saints beat Osage in the JV game as well.
6'2" sophomore Clevenger is.
Yeah, he's a big guy. And I tell you what, defensively, he's played really, really well these first 2 games. Kind of forced into service last week, started this week, and has shown why tonight. Handoff, Tyson Klein again. Again, we're just straight ahead running. Satisfied to run that clock out, eat these last 3 minutes a game. The Saints are going to go 2-0 to start the season, with a big game next week coming up. Exactly how they drew it up, exactly how you dream about it in the offseason of let's get a key win over your cross-county rival and come over back to North Union for year 2, 2 in a row, and make this a 3-0 series. I believe these teams have played 3 times, with the Saints winning all 3.
Yeah, 2 years ago they came to Saint Ansgar and played. Last year we came here and played.
Tyson Klein breaks one there.
Tyson looks good.
Yeah. He's shifty. He's also quick. We've got quite a bit of speed on this team. That's a first down, ball out to about the 31-yard line. 34-yard line, correction.
St. Ansgar State Bank replay on that last one.
You can see he takes that little shift there at the end, and he's a tough guy to tackle. We saw that last year. He got in last year in a couple of games late in the season and really showed some promise. Good to see him out there tonight doing the same thing. That is Corbin Michaels out there.
Wow,
Joe drops back to pass. Just over the head of, I believe that's Toby Kennedy, 86.
Not a bad pass from the freshman, just a little outside the reach of Toby on that one.
He was one of the guesses for our trivia.
Yes, he was.
He tried to add to his number there. So the clock continues to run. Minute and a half to go in this game. Saints getting a few fresh faces in, getting a look here in the last minute and a half. Joe Clevenger in at quarterback. Hands it off to Tyson Klein. Straight ahead running again for a gain of 6 yards. Yep, he's just a hard-nosed guy who's gonna get you those 5 or 6 yards consistently. He's fun to watch.
Skippy D'Angelo on the certainly posted when it was dark out there. And then some reference to the party being over. Not quite over, Jeff Anderson. But, hey, it looked like maybe the party had just started. And I'll say with 33 seconds to go on a running clock, this is probably going to be it.
This is our last snap. Joe's going to
Victory
take a knee.
formation.
Yep. And the Saints are going to win it. Saints 42, North Union 7 is your final here in Armstrong. Great game on both sides of the ball for your Saint Ansgar Saints.
Thank you, Noel Michaels, for chiming in. We are also enjoying watching your brothers play ball tonight.
They both had a great night. Both Michaels brothers, again, had a fantastic night. Saints all around dominating fashion here in North Union with a 42-7 win. Coach Meyer, you got any words for the people?
Can't quite get him.
Next week, we expect a full house in Saint Ansgar, no doubt about it.
That's right.
We need every one of you listening tonight in the stands next week at home with a big matchup and a great game. We guarantee you're gonna see it. So come show up next week, be in the stands, be there, be loud.
That's a fact. We need you there next week. Be there, be loud, be at home. Love those of you watching out here. I would rather have only the visiting team watching and everybody else in Saintsdom.
Those of you in Maryland and California and Texas.
You're fine.
You're fine.
You're off the hook.
The rest of you, we need you next week.
You got it. You got it. So we're going to go ahead and take just a quick little break here. We'll be right back right after this.
Consumer loans for real estate, automobiles, RVs, and dreams. Whether you are buying your first home, taking a dream vacation, or paying for life's little extras, we have a loan that will fit your needs. Saint Ansgar State Bank. Local since 1891.
Whether you're hosting a dinner party or having an intimate conversation with loved ones over coffee, custom cabinets from Minnis Woodworking will create a warm atmosphere for all to enjoy. With their timeless style and superior craftsmanship, Minnis cabinets are designed to last generations while providing an aesthetically pleasing backdrop for your most treasured memories. Let Minnis Woodworking make your kitchen a place where life's moments are celebrated with style and grace. Minnis Woodworking for life.
Omnitel Communications, delivering high-speed fiber optic broadband and rock-solid managed Wi-Fi for our users to work, study, and play, investing in the latest fiber technology, high-speed infrastructure to rural communities and beyond. We're building stronger connected communities and enhancing the lives of those who live there. Owned and operated in your neighborhoods with decades of experience. We are committed to meeting the needs of today and far beyond tomorrow.
All right, we are back, and we've got Not Your Average Joe kind of getting a collection here of some unofficial stats. To my left and to my right, I have got Duke himself getting the scoop ready to deliver some clips from the game. So, gentlemen.
All right,
what do you got?
Let's start with the Saints. I'll go through some stats, and then we'll let Duke show you some of those highlights of how we got there. Saints have 366 yards unofficially of offense, 105 yards passing for Jay Suisau. He hits Hunter Hillman for 99 of those 105 yards of passing.
One shot, unofficial, so it could be different.
Yep, and Reagan Witt has the other catch for 6 yards there. So Jay's 7-12, really nice night for him again. Kind of proved what we saw last week, right? That we can do that. That wasn't a fluke. We can mix in those passes and do really well. So we take off those 105 yards passing. That leaves 261 yards on the ground for the Saints. Back to that ground game for the Saints. Again, they stymied last week by a really good Osage defensive front. I think came out tonight with that intention to show that we are that running team and we are that pound the rock kind of team. We had 8 guys carry the ball tonight for a total of 261 yards. Your leader there was Reagan Witt with 97 yards. He had 10 carries for 97 yards. In terms of carries, Connor King had 7 for 27 yards. Tyson Klein finished the game with 6 carries and 36 yards.
That was a great finish by
average,
Tyson.
Run the clock out.
Yeah. Love to see that. I love to see that.
Absolutely. Love to see that. Dylan Brum had 4 carries for 16 yards tonight. We didn't get him the ball passing tonight, but he had a key first down in that first half with those 16 yards. Christian Michaels, 5 carries, 36 yards as well. Corbin Michaels had just one carry, but it was 31 yards. And, of course, Corbin with the big kickoff return for a touchdown to start the second half to really the beginning of the end of this game was that touchdown return in the second half.
Let's go back and take a look at that one, shall we?
Let's do it. You can see he receives it there at the top of your screen, makes a pretty move right here, and he's off to the races. Nobody's catching Corbin Michaels in that position.
No, he's small enough that he's hard to find, and when you see him go into that mass, there's too much separation between him and the dark jerseys, and you knew he was going to blow that thing up, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's a play from the first half. That was a big Hillman catch. I think we showed that one earlier.
Yeah.
Yep.
Big chunk of that 99 yards he had receiving.
You bet.
And then here's one of his touchdown catches in the first half. Just goes up and gets it.
I mean, that's a ball that Jace trusts him, says, hey, I'm going to throw this thing up here, and you're going to go catch it.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And that's a ball that if the defender could have defended that, but Hillman's just this big body, this big kid.
Yep.
He just gets his hands up.
6'5", 6'6", and when you time your jump like that, where you get that thing up in the air, really hard for. And that's not a short defender, but still really hard to defend.
And I don't think the defender did a bad job of defending.
Not at all.
It was just a great thrown ball, a great catch, a great play all around.
Oh.
And when it puts points on the board, even better.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, this is such a long run. I think this was in the third quarter. That was that Connor King touchdown? Or no.
Reagan.
That's the Reagan Witt 60-yard touchdown run. Nearly untouched. Again, so great to see a guy who has to do a lot of that heavy lifting in a lot of games to be able to get that touchdown run there where the line does the job there, right, of splitting that, opening that thing open, and all he's got to do is beat that linebacker through, and that's exactly what he does.
And
for
who is
touchdown pass?
65, Dylan Hansen. Yep. He gets there. There's no one for him to block right there. There's a couple guys downfield. It's like, man, you knew you had a good play call.
Yep, exactly.
When you got your lineman downfield with that, what do I do?
That's beautiful. Just beautiful.
So a few North Union stats for you. I think this, again, speaks to the defensive strength of your Saints. They had 136 yards of total offense tonight.
Wow.
56 yards passing and 80 yards on the ground, split between 5 different guys. You know, they really couldn't get anybody going. Their guy last week, Landon Hagedorn, had 224 yards on 42 carries. We held him 11 carries, 27 yards.
Wow.
Tonight.
We did our homework. Our guys came prepared. What a great game for the Saints.
Yep, absolutely. I think as we wrap this thing up here tonight, first off, we apologize for the technical difficulties. I think we learned something tonight. Obviously, there was gremlins in the air here. The lights didn't work for 10 minutes. The internet kept going on us, but we really appreciate the patience. You guys sticking with us. We will continue to get better in that regard. But from a football perspective, I think exactly what the Saints needed tonight. Come in here, appeared to stay healthy. You know, it's football. There are going to be some guys sore tomorrow, but appeared to stay healthy. Came out here, proved, hey, we're a running team that can throw the ball. And I think that is the identity of your 2023 Saint Ansgar Saints, is we're a running team, going to hit you in the mouth. Oh, but by the way, we can throw it over the top 2 for a touchdown. So,
and we're not limited to one guy. There's a lot of guys that we could be throwing that ball to.
100%. And good luck defending it. You know, here you go. And I think that is that's so fun to see. It's going to make for a fun season. I'm excited about what next week brings. So speaking of that, number 5 Saint Ansgar versus number 1 West Hancock on our field. Be there, be loud. All right, if you can't because you're out of town, tune in and listen next week here. But we need you in the stands, so we'd love to see you there. Come support your Saint Ansgar Saints on what will be a great night of high school football. Final
it should
thoughts,
be a great
guys?
night. It should be a great night next week. And I got to say, just watching this game, this is the most balanced I can remember seeing the Saints, at least for a very, very long time. To your point, the running game is there. We're always going to be a running team as long as we're under the direction of Coach Clevenger. But to see the ability to throw a pass, and it's not just to Dylan Brum. we got a bunch of guys that we can throw to, and to me, that's massive. So I'm really looking forward to that showdown next week.
Yep, absolutely.
Anything, Duke, before we go?
I don't think so. You guys covered it pretty well. You know, you talked about the Saints doing their homework, but I think, Joe, you did the homework as well. I mean, you had some good talking points and good to get the stats up here. That's kind of something we've been improving on every week, is trying to make the show a little better. And, you know, about the technical difficulties, we should have our own home internet next week.
Yeah,
so we shouldn't
that's
have
right.
any of those issues. So,
But again, if you're listening to this from Saint Ansgar, Iowa, we hope to see you at the game, not on the stream. Thanks for being here tonight. We really appreciate all of you being patient with us through all of this. We will see you Thursday night for volleyball here on Saints TV, and then again on Friday for the showdown. Number 5 Saints taking on number 1. This should be a good game. We'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us.